Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So this reaction was part of a collaboration live stream between myself and Tossie Reacts over on his channel. Thank you so much again, Tossie, for inviting me to join you for our first collaboration together on your channel. I know we plan to do many more live streams together. I'm looking forward to it. Tossie is an amazing friend, brother, and fellow reactor. It would be awesome if you'd show him some love and support by visiting his channel and considering subscribing to him. We plan to do many more live streams in the future, and we hope that y'all could join us for those. With that being said, I love and appreciate each and every one of you so much. I hope you enjoy the reaction, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Peace.
It's
Coming
okay.
in from the homie Dick, Guy Clark,
Okay.
Dublin Blues, Austin City Limits.
So
Let's see what you got for us, Dick. Honestly,
yeah, I've
go
heard of
ahead.
Guy Clark, and I've heard of the show Austin City Limits, but I don't think I've ever heard this song from him. So this will be interesting.
I've never heard of Guy Clark.
I don't know if I know many of his songs, but somehow I recognize the name, I think, but I'm not sure if I'll recognize his voice. So we're about to find out.
Let's see what he's
So
got.
let's see what we got.
Well, I wished I was in Austin.
Ooh, okay.
In the chili parlor bar, drinking Mad Dog margaritas and not caring where you are. But here I sit in Dublin, just rolling cigarettes, holding back and choking back to shakes with every breath. So forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. And I loved you from the get-go, I love you till I die. I loved you on the Spanish steps the day you said goodbye.
There's
Ooh,
something
yeah.
sultry. There's something sultry and a little smoky about his voice, but I've also heard a couple of like almost mini voice cracks. Like I can barely hear it happen. It's like a really quick voice crack, but I kind of like that. But like the note he's hitting when he does it, it sounds really good.
Yeah, I'm getting reminded of people like Johnny Cash for
I
some
was
reason.
just gonna say that too. Yep, that's exactly who he reminded me of when he first started singing. I didn't know if you were gonna say the same thing, but yep, I definitely hear that in his
No,
voice.
yeah, and I'm loving like the folk-ish, western-ish kind of
Sound of it.
vibe, sound. Yeah,
Yeah,
The day
definitely.
you said
It's a
goodbye.
great voice.
southwestern. Wait, what's the most southwest state?
Southwest state, it'd be
Yeah,
California.
would it be
If you're talking
California?
about if you're talking about the contiguous 48 states, it'd be California. If you're going out farther, it'd be Hawaii.
So, other than California,
That would be, I want to say, I believe it's either Nevada or it's no either Nevada, Arizona, or New Mexico. It's one of those three. I have a hard time like visualizing geographically where those three are in relation to each other,
you did
but they're
better.
all
You did better than I could. Everybody's saying Arizona.
Arizona. Okay,
Okay,
gotcha.
yeah, southwest. They,
For some reason,
yeah,
I have a really hard time visualizing all three of those and where they are
dude,
with
I
each other.
couldn't even tell you. I know where like Texas, Florida, my state that I live in, and New York is. Other than that,
Hey, at least you know that much. No, I'm serious. I've known people that they couldn't tell you what state was north of the state they live in. So hey, you're ahead of them by what, three states? So there you go.
there you go. There you go. Yeah, I love southwestern sounds and southeastern. Honestly, just southern sounds sound really good.
Oh, sounds like this singing singing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I love South like in general voice, just voice and singing. There's just something about the sound of it, but it's also really cool the difference you hear in accent between somebody that lives like where you would do in South Carolina and then all the way over in Arizona. It's interesting
yeah,
because they vary so much. I really like that. I just find that
yeah,
really interesting.
yeah.
Spanish steps the day you said goodbye.
He could be a great storyteller.
Oh yeah.
I am just a poor boy. Mm-hmm. Work's my middle name. If money was a reason, oh, I would not be the same. But I'll stand up and be counted. Mm. I'll face up to the truth. I'll walk away from trouble, but I can't walk away from you. So forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. And I loved you from the get-go. I'll love you till I die. And I loved you on the Spanish Steps the day you said goodbye.
Willie Nelson is another one that I'm getting vibes of.
I could definitely see that, yeah. But especially with, like, yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it in his voice, and actually even hear it in his guitar playing. Now that you say that you mentioned his name.
Yeah, because he's capoed on the second fret, and he is really sticking to that like A major shape, and then I'm thinking a D major shape. I can't really tell. I've been drinking a little bit, but
It's all good. Same here.
yeah, I'm loving his tone. Richard says Guy Clark was
definitely.
Texas country from Monahans, Texas. He was roommates with Townes Van Zandt. He traded songs with Johnny Cash. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Jerry Jeff Walker and Willie Nelson, etc. There you go.
Dang. Yeah.
There you go, man.
And then right, I said adds up. Sure does. Well, there we
Does
go.
that up? Yep.
Makes a lot more sense now. There's something almost gentle, almost like playful with his guitar playing too.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't think of the way to
licks.
describe it. Yeah. It's really light and gentle.
I have been to Spain.
Man, I love guitar.
Dude,
I love guitar.
Dude, I've wanted to play guitar since I was like a kid, and it's always scared me. That's why I'm so happy that you're thinking about doing the whole video, starting to do a series of how to play an instrument, basically. Because I would love to, somebody who is as good at the guitar and the ukulele as you are. I feel like you would be I feel like you'd be an excellent teacher for something like that, and I feel like I could actually potentially learn from you how to play it, like,
Dude, yeah,
successfully.
Like, one thing about guitar is being a guitar player. This might sound super cringe, but you have literal like scars on your finger, right? They're calluses, but
Yeah.
and every time you feel them, you're just like you get an itch to play the guitar. The guitar, I mean, like the piano's good. All these other instruments are good, but something about the guitar, man, like just holding it and playing it.
I was gonna say, yeah, just like that, and that's the thing. Like a friend of mine in college actually was an excellent guitar player. And ironically, I met him actually in the lobby of my dorm, just playing the guitar one night. And I love the song he was playing and just the way he's playing it so much that I literally just walked up and sat down on the couch in front of him, across from him, waited for him to finish. And I was like, dude, you're one of the best guitar players I've ever met. And he's like, thank you, I appreciate it. We just started talking and became friends. But listening to him and watching him play like he did, it just like, I don't know, it made me at first it kind of made me jealous, but then it just made me even more interested and like intrigued and almost more motivated and inspired to actually it made me want to learn it even more.
Yeah.
And it's just, I need to try to get past that fear and intimidation factor, because in my head I'm just thinking, man, it's 6 strings and all these frets and all these chords. But just like with anything else in life, baby steps. You start with the first step.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and
whenever I start my thing, like my tutorials, I'm gonna pick the easiest chords. I'm gonna say it is as streamlined as possible to make it super easy to where I can have you playing songs like Country Roads like within a week.
Dude, that's one of my favorite songs of all time. I would love to be able to play that on a guitar. Seriously, like I that and that's the thing. I feel like somebody like you would be patient and understanding enough where if somebody like me was intimidated and afraid I'm going to make a mistake, it's like, well, yeah, you're going to make mistakes, Scott. No one's going to be perfect their first time
Yeah,
playing something.
trust me. I was you know what I mean, I've started off as a beginner at 1.2, so like I don't claim to be this big bad guitar player who just can shred or whatever.
Yeah.
I can hold my own though, for sure. And like I know what it was like starting off. I was YouTube videos, tutorials, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And it would be nice to have somebody who's able to cater to like brand new guitar players who just started off, or piano, and like really get to the nitty gritty of like what's a good way to start, what's an easy entryway into it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely will tune in. I definitely appreciate you being willing to do something like that. I really do, because yeah, like I said, like he let me hold his guitar, and just holding it was like, man, I really want to learn how to play this thing. Watching him and listening to him and listening to guitar players over the years, I'm like, damn, dude, I really want to learn how to play this, but I'm so afraid. And I told him that, and he's just like, what's keeping you from learning? I was like, fear. Straight up, plain and simple. It's fear and intimidation. Like I
Yep.
look at it, and it seems so complex that it makes it overwhelming to think about playing it. But he reiterated that whole thing of you start with step number one. You start from the very beginning. Be patient with yourself, and just take your time. Basically, don't rush it. Is what it is. And
Yeah.
that's something I have to work on for myself. But I think watching your series will probably help me out with that. So thank you for being willing to do that and offering that. I really appreciate it. And
Hell
I'm
yeah,
sure other
man.
people do too. So
We'll get it. We'll get it there. It'll happen, I promise.
I have been to Fort
you
Worth.
got that right.
Mhm. I have been to Spain, and I have been too proud to come in out of the rain. And I have seen the David. Mhm. I've seen the Mona Lisa too. And I have heard Doc Watson play Columbus Stockade Blues. So forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. And I loved you from the get-go. I love you till I die. And I loved you on the Spanish steps the day you said goodbye.
I hear that. I love that. Like I hear that hint of southern twang in his voice.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love
I
that.
was in Austin.
That humming too. I really like that.
In the chili parlor bar, drinking Mad Dog margaritas and not caring where you are.
Ooh, that
Uh-huh.
Oh, dude, I love
That,
the way that ended, man.
that was awesome. That was really
Guy
good.
Clark, Dublin Blues. Listen, I feel like Richard knew what he was doing here.
I think
Listen,
he did too.
if you are a OG member of the channel and you've been popping into my streams, right? You know that I love guitar, as I just said, but also I love that folk. I love like old school country. I don't know what it is. It's just the soul that I feel from it. And that this performance had soul and folk and country written all over it, like old
Absolutely.
Western. I love
Yeah,
it, man.
that's a good way to phrase it. Old Western, like an old Western sound, and especially since his influences are Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash. That's perfect. Like you
Oh
can hear,
yeah.
I can hear it in his voice, hear it in his technique, just hear it in his like he has his own vocal style. I hear that too, but I definitely hear those influences, and I love it. They mesh together so well. That was really really good.